Hello, so today I'm looking at M3 International A-Level, May 2017. This is question 1. I'm given a region enclosed by the curve with equation y equals half root x, the x-axis and the lines x equals 2 and x equals 4. So if I just draw myself a quick sketch, here's y, here's x, and this graph will be similar to the inverse of x squared. So it will look something like this. I also have the lines, so this is half x to the half, x equals 2 and x equals 4. So this region is rotated 2 pi radians around the x-axis to form a uniform solid S. Use algebraic integration to find the exact value of the x-coordinate of the centre of mass. So exact value, I need to be a bit careful about that. That means that I need to give my answer in terms of surds or pies, or I definitely not a rounded off decimal. So this is worth 6 marks. So for a volume of revolution, I need to use the equation that pi y squared x dx will be equal to pi x bar integral of y squared dx. So here on the left hand side, so the pi's are going to cancel, so I'll get y squared x, so y squared will give me a half times a half, which is a quarter, which I can leave outside, and then x to the half multiplied by x to the half, which will give me an x, multiplied by this x, which will give me x squared altogether. The limits are from 2 to 4, and that will be integrated with respect to x. On the right hand side, the pi already cancelled. I have x bar, I have y squared, which as I saw before is a quarter x dx. Okay, so notice here I've got x, here I've got x squared because this side was multiplied by this extra x. Okay, I've got a quarter and a quarter, so I could multiply both sides by 4, and the limits on the right hand side will be the same, from 2 to 4. Okay, so now I'm ready to actually do the integration. So on the left hand side I end up with x cubed over 3, add 1 to the power, divide by new power. And on the right hand side I end up with x squared over 2 to be evaluated from 2 to 4. So on this side I end up with 4 cubed over 3 minus 2 cubed over 3, and on the right hand side I end up with 4 squared over 2 minus 2 squared over 2. So if I calculate this, then I have 64 minus 8, which will give me 56 over 3. And on the right hand side I get 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 is usually 6, so I will end up with a 6 here, but then I will divide this side by 6, so I end up with a 6 on the bottom. And so if I simplify 56 over 18, then I actually end up with this exact value of 28 over 9. Now once I've got my answer, I'll just change that into a decimal. That'll be 3.1, just to kind of have a quick look and see if it makes sense with what I can see in my picture. So as I know that this slope is going up a little bit, I would expect x bar to be a little bit more than halfway. Halfway would be 3, and so 3.1 seems like a reasonable answer. So because they asked for an exact value, I need to leave my answer as this fraction and not turn it into a decimal, which is rounded off. Okay, so that is worth 6 marks. I hope you found that solution helpful. Good luck with your studies.